Hello everybody, and it's time once again for Wrestling Man's Retro Review. I am your host, Bill Yankovic. Now, for those of you who may be new to my YouTube page and have subscribed and you've never seen a retro review, basically what it is you, the fans, get to pick which Coliseum home video that you want me to review from 3 choices. And of course, the winning video gets reviewed right here. Now that I have the music off, I do want to apologize, first of all, to pretty much everybody who voted on this particular episode. The video for the voting was done in May, and it's pretty much August. I apologize. I've been so busy. I hope you guys totally understand. Anyway, this voting was by far the closest voting yet to date. It came down to literally 1 vote for the winning video. So today, your retro review is WWF Wrestling's biggest, smallest, strangest, strongest. Now, you probably noticed this, and I'm just going to point this out for the record. Here it says martial arts. I got this for a birthday gift. Found, I think I found this on Amazon many years ago and asked for it for my birthday, so it came along with it, but don't worry about it. Okay, now, of course this video is 25 years old, but what would describe someone who could be in the category of the biggest, the smallest, the strangest, or the strongest? You're going to see right now in this video. This tape is hosted by none other than former governor of Minnesota and WWE Hall of Famer Jesse the Body Ventura. Of course, this would be his 2nd time hosting a Coliseum video, and I think this one maybe was his last. So anyway, after describing the 4 topics, we get right into the biggest. Now, of course, the biggest can be described in one of 2 ways. Number 1, your height and your weight. Say guys like Andre the Giant, Big John Studd, King Kong Bundy, Hulk Hogan, and so on and so on. But biggest doesn't always necessarily mean size-wise. It also means shape-wise. Guys like Ivan Koloff and Nikolai Volkov are perfect examples in that department. Now, of course, we've talked about, with other wrestling fans over the years, who's the greatest big man of all time. Well, you definitely get a good look at some of the best ever. Like I said, Andre, John Studd, Ernie Ladd's another one, a very good example right there. Excuse me. And you do get to see some action of some of the big guys involved. And, for trivia knowledge, Samu is actually in this tape. He was Samoan number 3. That was what he was called. But Samu from the Head Shrinkers is in that one. Then after that, it's the smallest. And basically, it's the midgets. I don't think there's any other way to explain it, but it's the midgets. And we do get to see some of the best midgets of all time. Skylar Lowe, Little Beaver, the Haiti Kid, Tiger Jackson, Frenchie Lamont, Little Brutus, Little Joey, Butch Cassidy also, Poncho Boy, so many more. Actually, now looking back at it, with the smallest segment, no pun intended, I was a little disappointed. Oh God, I'm going to be using these for a while. I thought there'd be more, wrestling with the midget wrestlers, but they only had like 2 matches really, that had an ending that they showed. I mean, they showed other pieces, but, still, I thought there'd be a little bit more. Then we go to the strangest, and of course, over the years, wrestling has produced many strange individuals. Men like the Wolfman, or Pompo Furpo. How about George the Animal Steel? The Moondogs. so many more. Plus, they do a very cool montage of strange clothing. You know, it shows like different robes and tuxedos and all that stuff, which is pretty fun to see. Fashion, you know, wear. And you also get to see Bobby the Brain Heenan do some guy's hair, fix his hair up, which is pretty interesting. And in a way, sort of funny to see, because this poor guy looks like he hadn't had a good haircut in forever. And Bobby Heenan just puts all this detergent on and powder and shampoo. It's just absolutely funny. You have to see it. It's very good. And then the final part, the strongest. Now, of course, in this day and age where guys are steroiding it up, maybe, back in the day, there were some pretty strong men. Men like Nikolai Volkov, for example, another, Iron Sheik. As much as Iron Sheik is gone crazy these days, he used to do, back in the day, the Persian Club Challenge, where, and of course, I don't know if this ever happened, where any professional athlete or bodybuilder or strongman would take the Persian clubs and swing them around their head like this. And the Iron Sheik said that he would do double what the individual did, or he'll pay him $20,000. Of course, that would have been a great storyline right there, but unfortunately, they didn't take any advantage of that. Plus, you get to see Big John Studd attempt the unofficial world record at the time, bench pressing 700 pounds. And as a matter of fact, he gets 2 opportunities at setting that mark at 700 pounds. Does he do it? You have to see if you want to see the video to know Big John Studd did that. And for the finale, this is a pretty fun finale. Some feat of strength from Olympian strongman Ken Patera. First thing he does is he takes a 6-inch spike and he drives it with his bare hands. Pretend my thumb is the spike. Drives it down into a piece of wood, like with his bare hands. Just drives it down. And then another trick is he bends a piece of nail. He bends it, well, I don't have to show you, know what bending is. And then he blows up a hot water bottle. Like, he literally blows it up to the point where it pops. And then the grand finale, which is unbelievable, and I really would not recommend anybody, even 25 years after this video was released, to do this. Ken Patera was holding back a 5,200-pound minivan with his feet while on the wall, back first, with the only support that he has is his belt and a pillow on his back. And it's to the point where a lot of smoke comes, and there's this great comment at the end where Ken's like, "You're trying to kill me, Mr. McMahon," and he's like, "No, I wasn't trying to kill you at all." Of course, probably now Ken Patera would really like to kill Mr. McMahon, but it's another story. So, what did I think of WWF's biggest, smallest, strangest, strongest? And before I say it, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of adult references on the title, but anyway, for a nostalgia point of view, this is fun to watch. While what they call biggest, strongest, strangest, smallest then might not be the same way today, biggest, smallest, strangest, strongest, it's still a fun video to watch. You get to see, different things, different people, different wrestlers, maybe some wrestlers you've never heard of or never seen before, and you may actually never see them again. A perfect example of that is in the strangest part of the video. Jesse Ventura talks about a masked tag team called the Rugged Russians. And one of the things that the Rugged Russians used to do to get ready for a match is they would each eat one raw garlic. Raw garlic. That's pretty nasty, isn't it? And it was to the point where they got their own locker room in Madison Square Garden because everybody else didn't want to be in there with them, eating raw garlic. Yum, 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 yum. So, in conclusion, this is a fun, nostalgic video to watch. Of course, other stuff on here includes the arm wrestling contest between Ivan Putski and Jesse the Body Ventura. Moondog Spot trying to, well, not trying to, but destroys some China, while the British Bulldogs, Mr. Fuji, Vince McMahon, Lord Alfred Hayes are having tea, and so much other stuff. This is really a good video to find, to get, to watch if you're looking for something completely different, you know, outside of matches. This is a good video to definitely get, and I would say it is worth the look, and however much you end up paying for this, it is worth the buy. Well, thank you for taking your time out to watch another edition of Wrestling Man's Retro Review, and watch out in the next 12 to 24 hours because you, the fans, get the opportunity to pick the next Wrestling Man's Retro Review. I'm out. Peace.